All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Sunday Night Charts with Jim of All Trades. Good to see you. Welcome on this July 20th, 2025. Hope you guys are well. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader, and I'm here to help you understand the market from an Elliott wave perspective. Guys, I look at the market, look at fives and threes. I look at wave structure and get an idea where price might be heading. Don't forget, though, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't give financial advice. I'm just a guy right now in Michigan, sitting in my basement living room, chilling out charts with you guys on every Sunday night. And it's Sunday night now, so we're here to do it again. What's up, Ricky Spanish? What's up, man? Hey, guys, you got to go give Ricky Spanish a subscribe on his channel. He's a good dude, a good friend, and likes to play around with indicators and makes his own indicators. So go check him out. He's a good trader. Hey, what's up, Keith M? Hey, buddy. Are you on the run tonight, or are you just hanging out? Hope you're well, bud. I'll give you the Moon Boy count on link as soon as I can. What's up, Laplacian Coordinate? How you doing, bud? Hope you're well. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Well, you've been on the channel for a while, but welcome to Sunday Night Charts. Glad you're here. As always, love you, man. Durgam. Hey, buddy. Hope you're well. Welcome. Yo. Listen, Daniel L. There he is in the house. I hope you're well. Always glad to see you. And Crypto Fever. It's Crypto Fever. I am keeping well. Guys, I'm down to 185 pounds. You believe that? 185 pounds. That's crazy because I was 2 years ago, just a year ago, I was 230 pounds, but 2 years ago, I was 265 pounds. So I am down. And, yeah. Well, here's, I think I've said hi to everybody that said hi to me. Hope you guys are doing, there's Kimosabi. What's up, man? What's up, Kimo? Make sure you check out Kimosabi's channel as well if you haven't subscribed to his channel as well. Always has a balanced view of the market. Love that dude, my good friend. Jordan Levy or Levy? How do you say it? Hey, thanks, by the way. Thanks for the congrats. It is dedication because I just got tired of being fat, guys. Got tired of being a fat tub of lard. And now I'm not. I eat steak most every night. Not every night, but most every night. Some version of it. Had a T-bone steak tonight with some squash and onions fried up with some avocado oil. It was delicious. Yeah, I pretty much eat meat and vegetables. It's about all I eat, guys. I did break down and man, I couldn't help myself. I had an Italian iced gelati. You ever had Rita's Italian iced gelati? Yeah, it's Italian ice mixed with soft serve ice cream, kind of layered on top of each other. Oh man, it's amazing. Go to Rita's if you got one. All right, here we go. We're gonna look at the market, guys. Is it up or is it down? I saw a wave. I never give how do I say it? I never do clickbait. Jeff Aldan, yes, it is amazing. Did you have the gelati? That's awesome. It's awesome. Try the mango gelati. Oh, tastes like a dreamsicle. You know, remember the orange ice cream with the cream inside of it. They're called dreamsicles. Oh man, they are amazing. Well, that's what a gelati from Rita's tastes like. The mango. All right. Anyway, enough about that stuff. Let's look at Bitcoin. That's what you guys came for. I'm going to deliver. The last wave hit to the upside. This last peak gives an interesting look, and I want to talk about it tonight. So we will get in the macro here shortly, but let's take a peek at the micro. What we try to do as Elliott waivers, especially Elliott wave is much for me. On the smaller time frame is what I utilize principles of Elliott for trading. Okay, I look for principles of Elliott that kind of show me, hey, we could be reversing, and what do reversals look like? Well, the first thing you get, you get a wave 4, and I hit to wave 5 with divergence. Okay, I'm on the 4 hour, and you see you got the divergence here. Okay, so that's an indicator that that's a wave 4, that's a wave 5. Okay, now the second piece of the puzzle is this an impulse off the top, or is that simply 3 waves to the 4th of the previous degree? If that's 3 waves to the 4th of the previous degree, we might be doing one of those melting up kind of waves here, guys. So if that's 3 waves right there, and it very well could be, we're going to do even smaller time frame analysis on that wave. But if that's 3, if that character of that is 3, then we could be doing that a melting up, and up is the direction for now in the small time frame. It's going to melt to the upside. What do you say? What do you mean melt up, Jim? Well, let's just go back here let's go back to this move. Actually, there's so many different ways we could look at it, but let's look at this right here. Okay, you had the same kind of thing rocking here. You had a wave 4. Okay, you had a higher high. Then you had a break. This wave didn't come down as deep and break into that territory. So that's the difference in this one, and that's why I'm interested. But nevertheless, it came, and then it just kind of melted up in 3 waves. Okay, now that's corrective. We can look at that structure, and we can call that a flat and whatnot. I guess what I'm saying is that kind of wave structure there, corrective or to the upside. So I think that could be what we're in for. Some more of that. In fact, we have a very similar thing going on, except we broke the level of the 4. We came and broke it. And so that's a break of structure. So that break of structure has me interested a little bit. So if that's a 3 wave, expect a melting up, probably something like this, where you get 3 waves back to the upside, a spike down, and then continuation down. And that's some kind of flat with continuation. Now, what that looks like further as it continues, I don't know. We play it wave by wave, correction by correction, right? But that's what that appears to be. There's a good chance, just looking at what's going on here. How do you count this wave? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, it could be. That could be 5 right there. In other words, that's an extended 5th. I'm not a big fan of that count, but is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Maybe with an extended 5th. Certainly could be, which would be a nice 5th wave. Okay, it would be a nice wave 5 of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have an impulse off the top. We have impulse. Okay, so it's 15-minute chart. Let's it kind of looks like impulse. That's what I'm saying. But it could be 3 waves, but it could be impulse. I think it's impulse. 1, 2. Okay, we're going to say 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we got an impulse off the top. Now the question is that 3 waves finished? Is this 3-wave move? Oh, computer jump there. Is that 3 waves done? It came back to a nice area. Let's look at the retrace there. Came right to the golden zone in 3 waves. It's almost too pretty. And then started working its way down again. Now, is it finished, or do we have another hit to the high? I kind of think we're going to probably come up and hit the high again, but I can't say with certainty. I got 2 ideas for you. Number 1, if it's bearish, if the next wave is down, here's what I'm thinking. When I say the next wave, then if the direction is down for now, okay, a couple of ways this wave action could play. This could be a 3 wave, boom, okay. That could be 3 as well, as some kind of ugly 3. This could be the connector, and now we're getting a flat, boom, and that's a W, X, and a Y. Okay, come up here, kind of come up impulsively and fast, right? And then down we go. Now, that doesn't have to go down forever. It could just simply be the 3rd wave of a ABC correction that then goes up for more. So that's something on the small time frame we might be looking at. This might be a correction, simple correction. something like that. What else could that be? Well, this might be 3 waves and it's finished, right? And this is some kind of one. Maybe we're getting a flat here, 2, and then down we go. Okay, and this begins to come on down for 3 waves like that, and then continuation up. Or this is reversal. This could be the beginning of a 5-wave move or a 3-wave, depending on what they want to do off this top. But this could be the beginning of something deeper to the downside. Okay, we do have 5 waves here. Okay, we still have our flat count. I'm not a huge fan of this count much anymore, but this could be still a flat. Pulling the fibs, the retrace fibs, we came right into the 1414, got a 5-wave move off of it. We got a pullback. Now the question is that pullback finished, or are we going to get another high before we come down? I kind of think that's more likely, that we come up, retest that high, and then come on back down. Doesn't have to. If it's real bearish, it could just start coming down tonight. Finish a 5-wave move of some kind, right? Then correct into August, okay, and then continue down, and that would be a 1-2 wave, 1-2, which is what we would expect to see after a flat 3, and then we need to see 5. Okay, down we go. That's a way it could go. We'd get some kind of correction, something like that. All right, so what we're asking is, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just telling you how wave structure moves and how waves tend to move. All right, so we're applying what we know about how waves tend to move, and we're saying, okay, what is this wave structure? What is it pointing to? Okay, what is going on right in here? So this is interesting. I'm doing some short-term analysis here because we might get a move, some kind of a move tonight. I'm not sure if we're going to get a pump tonight or a little bit of a dump tonight. I don't know. A lot of Mondays tend to be pumpy days, and then trap days, and then Tuesday you get dumped. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, to be honest with you. I'm just scalping, trading personally, just little trades. I on XRP, I took let's see, that's 15-second chart. Yeah, I took once this thing pulled back right there, I took a long on that and already took profit. So that's an example of trades that I take. Right, we had a 3-wave pullback, retesting the bottom, had an impulse off of it, had a 3-wave pullback. Once that pulled back and gave me a break to the upside, then I was in it for the long. Okay, but now I'm out of it. Now it doesn't mean it can't go up now anymore. I get in and I get out of the market. I got in and got out. I think I made about 55% on that one. So on that trade. So anyway, those are the kinds of trades that I take. I shorted this move here. If you want to understand, I had a 3-wave here, and then I had a 3-wave develop. Came down, pulled back, so it broke structure, pulled back, and then I took the trade for the short. I didn't hold it forever. I took about 70% on that trade. So those are examples of trades. That's 2 trades right there that I took just this evening before the live stream. So those are examples. That's a 15-second chart, 1-minute chart kind of trade. Looking for potential more upside here, because I think it makes sense for this wave to be something bigger to the upside, right? This is XRP, by the way. So just looking at that, you say, oh, in fact, this looks very 3-wave-ish to the downside. So I am kind of looking to the upside. Personally, I'm kind of bullish for now, but I want to see how this wave is going to develop on the small time frame, because zooming out just a little bit, you'll note here, and this is XRP, that you have an impulse off the top and you have a 3-wave pullback there. So impulse, maybe a three wave, and continuation down. So that's the bearish look. So I can see it either way. It's bullish or bearish. And that's, guys, what you, in order to be good traders here in as far as Bitcoin's concerned, you got to learn to look at both sides of the argument. You got to look at both sides of the equation. How could this wave go? If it's going to go, how could it go? Look for high probability setups within the wave to take trades. So I'm kind of ready for both to play out, right? So I see the real possibility. I see the real possibility that this could kind of do one of those melting up kind of moves the way it likes to do, or just come up here and hit the high and then roll down, and that would be some kind of three wave move. Okay, so I'm ready for a move like that. It doesn't mean I'm automatically going to short it. Okay, but it does mean I'm going to watch for the timing of that. When does this wave give its final move if it goes up here, right? And what's happening? Is it happening around a 4-hour candle? Is it happening around some kind of market open or whatever, London or key time of day, right? Is it trappy? So I'll look for evidences to take a trade off of that, but I like that kind of move, and then down we go, and that would be an impulse three-wave move, and then down we go. Now that could be just a big three-wave correction that then goes up after that, right? So we zoom out a little bit. We got to have some context here. All that simply what's happening here could simply be a three wave that comes back down to this range, and then we get more upside. Or this could be a reversal, and we're coming back down to retake the breakout zone. So we broke out here. We might be coming back down to take this level out there. So I really am aware of both of those counts and the potential for this to go up. But this looks, on this time frame, fairly bearish. This is looking fairly bearish to the downside, potentially. However, we could get a fake out to the upside here first before down. So that's kind of two charts telling the same story. What's the story it's telling? Well, one story is we might have a three-wave move that's finished, and we're on our way to the downside. We've actually already broken structure, and we just need a bit of a pullback and continuation to the downside. So that's one story. Or this is going to get more complex here, and we're going to come and hit this high with the potential of hitting that high. Okay, that's the same story for Bitcoin, and that kind of is what's really at stake over the next day or two of price action. Okay, so let's just look at Bitcoin again. So what's the story? What could be happening here? Number one, this could be an impulse off the bottom, and we're looking for more impulse down. Well, when will that come? Well, we might already have a three-wave correction of that impulse, and now we are in the process of impulsing to the downside. Okay, that could be a three-wave move that then continues to the upside, or this could be a bigger part of a bigger impulse. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, some kind of a larger impulse to the downside, which, zooming out again, could be part of that 5-wave move that I'm looking for down to 50K. And we have A, B, C. Okay, so that could be part of that flat. All right, so that's the bearish look, right? That's the bearish look. Now, it doesn't mean it is bearish. It doesn't mean it can't go up from here. I'm just saying that that's a possibility. I would prefer Bitcoin to come down and hit 50K before new highs are made, because that brings it down to that. Number one is a liquidity grab. Not, number two, that would take a bunch of people out of the market and screw a bunch of people over, which we expect to happen in this market. It correlates with geopolitical events that are happening as well. And then finally, it allows the big boys to reset the chart and then start moving up. Mito, what time frame are you seeing hidden bullish divergence? Mido, Mido, MIDO. Yeah, 12-hour, that hidden bull is not, what you'll notice here is that the RSI is broken to the downside, so that's bearish. Okay, we are below the moving average here on the RSI, so that's bearish. And this hidden bull is, yes, it's there, no doubt. But the thing is, there's plenty of room here on the 12-hour. We like to see that hidden bull when the RSI is oversold, and we see that hidden bull in the oversold position. Okay, so that's the better. So I would say, yes, you are right. There's some hidden bull there for sure between that wave and that wave. No doubt about it. Could totally come up and hit that. I've offered that idea. But we like to see when we see hidden bull, we like to see the RSI have traversed down to the oversold area. It gives a much more likelihood that you get the move to the upside. For instance, right here was an example where you did have some hidden bull and we went up and made higher highs. So I'm not saying it can't go. We are sitting at the 50, and so that's a good area for this thing to bounce. Nothing wrong with that, right? We had a break of structure here as well. So I'm not here to tell you that it can't, right? I'm just saying, as traders, as indicators, we like it to hit this move right there. That hidden bullish divergence was better. That's a better, even though they took it down for another low there. It maintained the hidden bullish divergence off the bottom still. So, but this was better on the 12-hour. These hidden bulls. All right. So, but yeah, you are right. It is there, and it is something to watch. What I would like to see, what I do is if price breaks back above the moving average that I have on my RSI. So, guys, a little trick. I put a moving average. It is I think I've got it set for 10. I think I have it set for 10. Let me see what. It's not letting me open the settings. I think I need to update it. It's wanting me to update the that particular script. So I haven't updated it in a while. So I have the latest TradingView subscription, the premium, pro premium, whatever it is, the highest one you can get. But anyway, I haven't messed with it. I don't want to mess with it on the live stream. All right, so anyway, but the moving average, if it breaks above that moving average, we get a little bit more bullish on the move a little. It doesn't mean it can't break above and then come back down. Well, that happens all the time, but at least on the 12-hour, it gives you a bit of an indicator. Okay, going back to the 4-hour. You can see how the 4-hour is not completely developed to the downside yet either. I also like to put counter trend lines on the RSI. When you get a break of that to the upside, then that's a good indicator as well. All right, I don't like this wave structure here for sure. It's pretty ugly. Yeah, so understanding it is challenging. My best guess is that this is developing into a larger ABC. Okay. Now it might not be an ABC. It could be a 1-2 instead of an ABC. So that could be a 1-2-3 and come up a lot bigger, right? That's my best guess. That's what we looking like here. And that ABC could take the form of, some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Or here's a tricky one for you. If you want to see a tricky one, this could be an ABC right here. A, B, C. Didn't do very well drawing that. Okay, and what that could be is a running, what that's a running flat. Okay, so in other words, you could have some kind of 3, 3, 3, and then go. It could come down and take the low and then go up for a big flat. Because that could be 3 waves right there. Boom, boom. Could keep on coming down. Okay, so that could be bearish. It's possible. I'm not here to tell you what it's going to do. I'm just analyzing the wave structure, doing the best I can, applying Elliott wave theory, offering some ideas for you, what to watch for. So I really just looking at this current wave structure here, guys. I'm not settled, right? I need more data, please. But it would make sense to me for this to be some kind of an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on down, 5. Okay, this is looking boom, 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 boom. This could keep rocking, right? Especially if this is impulse. So if that's an impulse, 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a beautiful impulse wave. Okay, you can even see on the smaller time frame. You can even see the subwave count of wave 3 right there. 1, 2. 3, 4, 5. And that's a subwave count of wave 3. You got a beautiful wave 4 right there. It's a gorgeous looking wave 4. Came back to a great extension. What extension did it come to? Just looking at it, yeah, it came just shy of the 382, which is fantastic. That's a beautiful area. And then we had a nice spike with divergence here for a wave 4 and a wave 5. That's a gorgeous. That's what impulses do, guys. That is a textbook impulse wave. So which is why I'm like, hey, this thing could be coming down deeper. I wouldn't mind at all this being some kind of wave 4, wave 5. Okay. Get a little 3-wave move, and then down we go. Or it doesn't have to do that. It could just continue down. This is the pullback. We just continue down. So because this looks like an impulse to me, that gets me a little bearish. Okay, I look at that. We also broke the structure there. That gets me bearish. The only question I have is that the pullback? Is that it? Or is this going to get complex, okay, and then come down? I don't have the answer to that. I don't know. But I'm offering ideas that at least I'm looking for a third wave down here. I'm looking for that low to get taken out. From there, it could do any number of things. It could continue impulsing, okay, or it could 3-wave and then continue to the upside. All right? So that's kind of the story. That's it. I mean, that's the small time frame analysis. That's why this wave is quite interesting to me. All right. Let's look at some other clues there on the 4-hour chart, and you'll see some other stuff. Okay, on the 4-hour chart, you'll see a high made in overbought, very overbought in the 4-hour. Okay, at the end of wave 3. Okay, we had a nice wave 4 and a hit to the high wave 5. It created divergence. It's what we expect to see. Okay, that's a gorgeous wave. Now, what's interesting here is that there is bullish divergence, hidden bull on the 4-hour from this wave here. Okay, in other words, and this could get complex like that, boom, 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 and then continue up for another wave. Could. And so this could be a wave 4 of some kind of larger wave 4, and then we go up for 5. You say, what would that look like? It would look like this. Some kind of 1, 2, that's 3. This is 4, and then we go up for wave 5, and then that's the end. That's the end of that impulse, maybe, or it continues on, right? So. Anyway, that's a small time frame analysis. I started with the small time frame. Let's zoom out and just look at the larger time frame just real quick. How we doing, guys? How we doing in the conversation? Not many people talking. I guess you guys are just enthralled with the analysis. Am I going too fast? I'm trying to give very quick analysis. Am I going too fast? Everybody understanding? How we doing? How we doing? I got to take a little break. My voice is... My voice is hurting. Okay. I'm losing my voice quick tonight. Let me take a peek at XRP here because I am trading XRP. And that's why I take profit often, by the way, guys, because my entry was right in here, okay? And they came back to it and then went on, and then look what they did. They came right back to it. So that's why I took profit up here, guys. That's why I do that. Now I have a potential new entry. If it wants to continue up, I could enter again and double up on that trade. All right. See how that goes. Okay. What else we got? What else do we have here? Let's take a peek at BTC dominance, Laplation. I mean, I can take a peek at it, but it's really, I can't imagine it being much different than the other night when I looked at it with you. Oh. That's a nice fourth wave. Let's see if BTC takes over again. Yeah, that's a nice move. Laplation, yeah. That's something to pay attention to for sure. Yeah, see, that's a great example of hidden bull on the 3-day there. That I would sit up and listen to, Mido, for sure. That's really like, hey, yeah, that's fantastic. So that's an example of something I would pay attention to, watch. That doesn't mean that, but just by the way, that doesn't mean it can't come down deeper. It totally can. It just means that, hey, there's some hidden bull, and more than likely there's going to be some playing around here. Paul, I haven't used it. I haven't looked at the USDT dominance in a while. Let's take a peek at that. Interesting. It's already kind of broken. I'm looking at XRP for a minute, guys. Give me a minute. This is looking a little bearish here right now. Looking a little dumpy. Yeah, guys, I see all your requests. I'll definitely look at them, I promise. Just give me 1 minute. I want to see what it's going to do right here. There's a lot of volume on the small time frame. Came in right in here at the bottom. That's interesting to me, but it's not a lot of volume considering where we are. However, we are oversold on the 15-minute and making a bit of a trend to the upside here. So still a little bullish, but it doesn't mean it can't come down and take the low, create a lower low, and keep moving. So, like, I'm wondering if this is like a 1-2-1-2, which would set up for a bigger move to the upside, or if this was just a trashy three wave and they're going to take it down. They just gave it a look of a three wave and then didn't finish it and then taking it down. So that's the question mark right now. That's kind of what I'm watching in the immediate, because this is a good setup here for a long potentially, or it's just a time to stay out of a long, and we're coming down for more downside here. So we're at really a key moment as far as the wave structure is concerned. 15-minute is a bit bullish. So my bias on the 15-minute is up, but price action obviously is the tell-all. We're a bit oversold here in the 1 hour as well. Prime time to kind of move to the upside. So I kind of look at the wave structure here. I'm thinking, this 3, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe we get one more hit to the low, 5, and then we go, or it's done now. Let me take a peek. Let me just look at. I don't like this count. Because that doesn't look it's three wave-ish. It's got a three wave-ish look. So if that's three waves, we could be forming, this could be a flat here, 3. That could be 3, and then we can get 5 up. In which case we're getting ready to get a real big spike. Something like that. I mean, that's kind of what the RSI is looking like, but they could easily take it down, new low, create divergence, and then take it up. I see your requests, guys, and I promise to look at them. I'm just kind of trading with you right now for a minute, small time frame trading here. And it's really a setup I've been kind of waiting on today, so I wanted to see if we could catch something here. Yeah, I would like that flat Mito. What I don't like is this wave structure. It's just, it's ugly. This looks like 3, 4, 5. This could be 5. But 5 doesn't look, I don't have a finished count for 5. That's part of the problem. Price action is kind of bearish at the moment. I gotta see that. I mean, that kind of gives. Right now, this gives a 3-wave shape, but I don't think so. I don't think it's ready. I think they want to roll it over and come down, but I can't predict that. Just guessing. But it would be nice if that was some kind of initial wave and then 3-wave pullback and then let's go. Because then you got a nice count, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, and let's a 1 2 1 2, and we're getting ready to start moving up quick. It's going to start impulsing. It's going to start gaining some speed to the upside. So that's certainly a nice way to look at that wave, but will it play that way is the question. We don't. I mean, that idea gets invalidated on the break of that low. That low gets broken. We no longer have a 1 2 1 2 anymore. We don't have the possibility of that anymore. It's just some kind of truncated ABC, and then continuation down, which would also make sense per the larger wave structure. Look at this. We got 1 2, right? 1 2, boom. I mean, it would make sense. But we do have a pretty large, if you'll notice, we have pretty large, you'll notice the that volume came in right here and it produced this kind of wave. So this is bigger, even more volume. There's more volume here on this pullback. So my guess is going to produce a wave of size as well. So again, I'm biased right now to the upside. I think you see how oversold we are all down here. Now this is the 1 minute chart, but you look at the 15, same thing. We're oversold here on the 15. So we're due for a bounce, at least for now. So yeah, on the small time frame, it appears up is the direction, but again, they could easily roll this thing over, come take that low. The RSI would come back down, and then they could wick it back to the upside there, and then create divergence, which would be fine and dandy as well. They could play around, pull back, and continue down. I mean, it's just all kinds of shenanigans that could happen. So I'm waiting to see kind of, okay, what's happening here. Looking at XRP, this could be 3, and they could bring it down here again because that could be 3. But this looks an awful lot like 3 waves, right? That looks an awful lot like 3 waves. But so does this. $10 o'clock hour is coming up here soon, so that's going to reveal some stuff here. Let's look at Ethereum for a minute while we're waiting. So same thing with Ethereum here. But you'll notice, you see this bottom right there? See that right there? It's kind of what's going on right here. I'm just wondering if they're getting ready to, boom, take it up, play around, and then go up for another wave. Kind of has that look, doesn't it? Kind of has that bullish look. Again, that's a third chart. Kind of gives you that bullish look of, you know, boom, boom, boom. Thanks, Adrian. He has blessed me in the beloved one, Jesus. I am blessed. But thank you for wishing me well. Appreciate that, buddy. All right. XRP's looking good for now. It's just there's no certainty here. Guys, you guys doing okay? You mind hanging out here with me, watching the small time frame for just a minute while this develops, and then we can look at the other charts? My analysis on these three that I'm looking at, the little bullish move that I'm looking at, is it'd be the same for all the charts you've asked for on the small time frame. They'd all be moving bullishly at some level if they're going to go. So those of you that requested stuff, this analysis should be helping you on the other charts. Yeah, let's go. XRP, let's go. I'm up 50%. Let's see if we get a little bullish run here. It'd be nice. I don't know if it's going to come now, but it could. Or it's just setting up for something later. Overnight, you know, this could get real choppy here, guys. Take all night to develop, you know, and then come London, maybe it starts moving a little faster. Or we get see the higher time frame, we could get a little fast move tonight. And that's what I'm hoping for here. Yeah, I'd like to see this as part of maybe a flat. If I'm right about this, and I may not be, but if I'm right, this is the kind of wave I'm looking for. I got a 3-wave move to the upside here. 3-wave move down, actually, and then 5 waves up. Actually, I'm going to put this one here. So there's a flat A, B, flat, and then now we need an impulse. Now, if that's an impulse, we have a 1-2-1-2. That means when you get a 1-2-1-2, that means big time move coming. Okay, so let's just count out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the third wave. So now let's count 1, 2. We'll put 3 here, 4, and then 5. So that's the kind of move we're looking at, and it has a chance to go real fast to the upside. So the RSI is kind of breaking to the upside in a trend, so that's a good sign. 15 minutes well oversold and breaking to the upside, so that's a good sign. so yeah, I kind of like this for a trade. I do. And I'm personally, now that's BTC, but all the charts are kind of doing the same thing for kind of a straight upish kind of move, right? And XRP is leading the way. XRP, you'll see that this wave right here looks like a flat. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, boom. That could be 3, something like that, right? So we get a move up, this move. And I'm not going to hold it forever. I'm just going to hold it, maybe up to this range. Or whenever the RSI hits, overbought or something like that. Or maybe I'll just, I already have 70% right now. I am a scalper. I'm in the realm of, I like this profit. I just do things over and over. I just do it over and over and over. There will be, chances are, will be opportunities to get back in. But here's the thing. If we get a big move in Bitcoin here, that would give us a nice trade. So let's see if we get it here. Okay, while we're watching this, we'll keep an eye on it. I'll try to take your requests here. Okay, let's see, not that one. Okay, what did you guys ask for here? I've got the list here. John Foster Crypto. Well, let's look at it. Suey, yeah? John, are you still here? Okay, so this has very little history. So yeah, this looks like an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, looking at potentially three waves to the upside, a little bit more upside, and then more down potentially. That would be something I would watch for. That would be an example of something that would be a simple 3-wave and then down. So for now, it looks semi-bullish. Got you, Keith. I got link there for you, buddy. Yeah. So for now, this looks bullish. Looks like it. So if I look, do you need the small time frame, John? Or just is that macro idea enough for you? When I look at this particular chart here, when I look at SUI, I see 3, 3, 5. Okay, that's bullish. Okay, so I see this going up. Now, it doesn't mean it has to go up, but it certainly, you can see the 3-wave shape here. It's gorgeous. You got a nice 1, 2, 1, 2 working here. So this could start moving to the upside nicely. You also have hidden bullish divergence here on that pullback. So yeah, there's good reason to be long here for now. I don't know what time frame you're trading, but I think there's good reason to be long. That doesn't mean it's gonna work out. You have to be ready for it not to work out, right? So do you have a plan for cutting it? Simple way to cut this trade would be to draw that trend line, and if you get a break of that trend line to the downside and a close on the 5-minute chart, then you shouldn't be in the long anymore. So that's probably the way I would handle the stop. However, the problem with that is that this could totally get complex and then continue on. So that's the issue with that. that stop. So watch out here on this is the 5-minute chart, a move up here and then a reversal to take that low out before continuation up. That might be something you're looking at, John. Okay. So, I hope that helps your trading. I hope that analysis is, but yeah, I think there's at least good reason for now to be looking to the upside, but you need to have a plan to be wrong. Okay. So please, I've offered you a concept, an idea of a way you can handle it if you are potentially wrong. I don't know what your entry is. But if you're trading small time frame, you definitely don't, if it breaks back to the downside, you don't want to be in that long. Okay. All right, John, let me know how that, okay, good. You said it does help you. Perfect. Just make sure you have a plan to be wrong. That's the key. That is the key to trading is what are you going to do if you're wrong? How do you know when you're wrong? What's your plan? Make sure you always trade with a plan. Okay. We're not just hoping it goes and we don't just push the button and hope. Okay. All right. Now let's look at Keith is one of my number one dudes here. I got to take care of my buddy here. So let's take care of Keith here for Link. Yeah, Link is the same chart. So you'll see that all the charts are doing the same structure. And what's got me a little skeptical about it is that it's too simple. It's too simple of a wave structure. This looks very much three-wave-ish, which has me pointing to the upside, right? But this also has an appearance of three waves. So this could be three could get a move down here before up. Okay. So we could get a hit to the low, boom, and then up. We had that possibility in Bitcoin as well, where, go to the small time frame here. There we go. Where this is some kind of three wave, this becomes a three wave, and then we get another hit. Maybe this is a triangle of some kind, and then we get no, it's not a triangle. It's not a triangle. It's not a triangle. We have to get to the chopper now. Everybody, we have to get to the chopper. We're going long now. Somebody asked me last week why I don't do my Arnold impression. That's why, guys. That's why I don't do it much anymore. Oh, me. Okay. I scared your cat. I sound like my Arnold sounds like Christopher Walken. Hey, my fine trading compatriots. Look, we have to go long. Because if we don't, the chart, it could just leave without us. It's crazy. That's my Christopher Walken. It sucks, I know, but I like doing it anyway. It's fun. All right. Okay, so yeah, Link's looking a little bullish for now. You got a potential 1-2-1-2 rocking on the. I'm talking 5-minute chart here. 1-2-1-2. What are we gonna do? We're gonna go up and take the high? I don't know. Let's zoom out and do a little higher time frame analysis here on Link. Lots of divergences on Link here, buddy. On the 4-hour chart, lots of divergence. I don't have a clear wave 4 yet. So in other words, on the, I don't think it's finished. I think guys, we're a little bearish for now. Okay. Even though I am long for the moment, I'm not long forever. Okay. So I am trading along, but guys, I'm a scalper. So I scalp waves. I already shared trades that I take. So yeah, I don't want everybody holding this long, thinking it's going to go to the moon. Okay. This isn't that kind of a trade. Just FYI. I rarely trade with you guys like live, but it happened that I was taking one tonight. But just keep in mind that, we are looking for more downside. And I think Link is a prime example where this is got diverged. It's rolling over, looking for a downward wave. I definitely am looking for a downward wave here that kind of retakes some of this bullishness. But it's just going to be kind of a wave 4, I think. And it's going to reset the RSI to the downside. Okay, it'll give us a wave 4 look. Okay, and then more upside. Okay, so I am looking higher in price. I think higher prices are coming in Link, but I think right now, I don't know if you can see the screen, Keith, but I'm looking for something like that for now. So I am bullish temporarily, bearish in a little bit, and then looking for more bullishness later. So I want to see that 3-wave develop. However it's going to develop, I want to see it. I want to see the RSI in the 4-hour come back down before we're ready for the last wave. I think that'll be the last wave, by the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that'll be a nice zigzag and be a nice something to look at. And that might be what we get. That'll tide us over, Keith, until next week, and we can really look and see what's going on. So I think that kind of price action is what we should expect here. So I am still bullish on this wave. I don't think it's coming down quite yet. So if that says anything about Bitcoin, then that may be telling the story of Bitcoin. That this move that I see, this 5 waves, might simply be part of a wave 4. That looking at Link and correlating it with Link, we might be getting a little bit of a move here to the upside. Boom. Okay. And then down. And this is going to create some kind of wave 4 that gives us another push to the upside after that. So yeah, I am thinking this is a real potential on Bitcoin as well. But there's no guarantee here. There's absolutely no guarantees about any of that. But that's the way Link kind of appears to me. But you got to sit up and listen here. You're really overbought with divergence. Looks like you got double divergence here. So I think there's a good chance here this is coming back down. In fact, looking at this wave right here, this could be simply a 3-wave move that then comes back down. Okay? And we may be coming down for some kind of, this could be a flat, or this could be some kind of impulse. What would that form on the 4-hour? What would that look like? Yeah, see, yeah, there it is, right there, right there. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. So I'm bearish. I'm bearish, I think, on the 4-hour chart for this week. But it'll set up for more upside, I think. I think that 3-wave is going to set us up for another move to the upside. So that looks pretty decent. I like that. Let's look back at XRP here. XRP is doing great. I scared the wife. You scared my wife. I went ahead and took profit on my XRP trade because I had 100% profit, and I take profit when I have 100% because that's the kind of trader I am. If I get a 3-wave back down, retesting like that, then I'll look for another entry to the upside. If not, then that's okay. That's all right. Seth, just a few minutes behind. I'm sure you'll catch up on double speed there. All right, let's keep going through. So Nick, Keith, I hope that analysis helped you as well. It's the same kind of analysis I gave John for Sui, so everything's kind of the same, looking the same there. So everything looks good. Everything is kind of confluent, which I like. I like it. Makes it for easy trading. All right, let's see. ADA. Let's take a peek at ADA here. ADA USDT. Anybody want to hear a conspiracy theory? Anybody interested? Oh, look at ADA. I haven't looked at ADA in a minute. King Andrew wants to. Crypto Cajun wants to. All right, LaPlace. All right, you guys are in the right place. So here's, you know, this dump that I've been talking about potentially coming. I mean, it could still come, and I think the market is going to dump. Where Bitcoin ends at the high, I can't tell you. I think we're close. I mean, there's all kinds of wave structure that says, hey, we could be, but here or there, it doesn't matter, right? Whether I'm right or wrong on that, but. That said, we did. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Trump just sign? Did the big beautiful bill go through the stablecoin legislation? Did that pass, or is that still? I think they just passed it, right? Paul, Paul, man, that's hilarious. Yeah. So stablecoin. No, yeah, genius bill. Yeah, it passed. All right. And Trump signed it, right? Yeah, it's signed. All right. So we know that USDT has been problematic, don't we? USDT up to this point has we've been skeptical about USDT, but USDT has the lion's share of dominance in the market, right? As far as the stablecoin is concerned, correct. And I believe that the bill that was just passed is going to offer is probably, if I'm guessing right, a direct attack on USDT. You also see Coinbase stock flying right now, right? And USDC and Coinbase seem to be, well, Coinbase in particular, seems to be in bed with the U.S. government. They seem to be part of the equation for. You got XRP seems to be part that's in the mix. You got Ethereum, and the DeFi network seems to be in the mix. You just kind of see these things, right? And so USDT, however, it could be that legislation is targeting USDT because if they have to comply with U.S. regulation, then it's not going to be able to, more than likely, satisfy the legislation requirements of what that bill requires, I would imagine, which would cause or undermine the stability and potentially the I lost my train of thought because I started reading a comment. I started reading John's comment while I was talking, but anyway, they probably wouldn't be able to provide what's required, which could undermine faith and confidence in USDT, and you'd see could be a mass sell-off. But it could, what it could be is it could cause a pump as people get out of USDT and then look for some other stable coin like USDC maybe to get into. I've already done that personally. I'm out of USDT. I transferred all my USDT. I converted it to USDC, and I think that the crypto winter that could be coming, that move down to 50K could be precipitated by a USDT problem, a problem with USDT, which undermines maybe all of crypto's stability for a little while, just a time, right? A reason to give a reason geopolitically for the chart to go down to 50 range. And then once everything, once the dust settles from that, little FUD event, then the buyback begins, and then we begin to the next move to the upside. Yeah, those are good points, Chemo and John. So yeah, I don't know, but that's just a thought. Just a thought. I don't know what's in that bill. I don't know what that stablecoin legislation is designed to do. I haven't read it. I don't know what it's going to do, but it's just a thought, right? I just a thought. I think USDT has been scary for a while. It could be that it might be an affront on. And I think at the end of the day, while they're saying we're not going to CBDCs, from what I understand, all stablecoins are just tether FUD every 4 years. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it could be that they want to give rise to the USDC, maybe a US dollar stablecoin. And USDC, I don't know if USDC is going to be that kind of stablecoin or not, but so. All right. I'm glad you guys can speak to that. It's just an idea, thought that I had, and I don't know if it's a conspiracy theory so much as just a theory in general about how the crypto market might have a temporary collapse. Geopolitically, it might be something to do with stable coins and so if it's stable coins, USDT is always the how do you say it? It's the one everybody's talking about, for to be scary, right? So it might center around USDT in some way. All right, so that's the idea. Maybe think on that, guys, and let me know what you think. And tell me what your thoughts are. All right, let's keep looking at the charts here. So let's see. Chemo gave me a list here. Where is it? There it is. Okay, ADA. Let's look at ADA because I stopped looking at it. Okay, ADA looks a lot like XRP, except XRP took out its high. ADA is not taking out its high. Interesting. We are ready, however. Looks like ADA needs on just a bit of a pullback here, right here, kind of to finish, reset the RSI a little bit, and then if it's going to keep rocking to the upside, kind of like this wave right here, right? If it's going to keep rocking to the upside, we need to pull back here and then continue, pull back and continue. So if it's going to get bullish, we're looking at that wave, thinking, are we doing the same thing? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? We are overbought here in the same way. Okay, so if you'll notice, see that pullback right there? Okay, we need that kind of a pullback. Okay, just to reset the RSI a little bit. Boom, just a little. Okay, for this to continue, if it wants to continue. Pull back and continue, right? And this could get up and go. All right, so small time frame analysis, 4 hour. Yeah, so, sorry. Boom, boom. You got a 3-wave shape here. Could this roll over and come down? Yeah, that would be nice. And then all of a sudden you got 3 waves. Boom. And then let's get some continuation after that. get a three-wave move. Now, who knows how far it comes down? It could just, boom, and then retest that breakout and then continue. Doesn't have to do what I'm drawing, but it seems likely. $15-minute chart. This looks very three-wave-ish. Got some kind of impulse here. You got a three-wave move. Boom. This could roll over and come down. This could get complex. This could come down here. Three waves back up, hit that high, and then come down. Okay, so in other words, they get a complex B here. So that's, you watch out for that little trick. When they do it, they normally don't do it easy or simple, right? Just looking at XRP here. Let's look at a Bitcoin. How many of you are still long, or did y'all take profit? Nick, on ETH BTC, I'm very bullish on ETH against BTC. Very bullish. I'll definitely look at that in a minute. I'm excited about that chart. I haven't looked at it in a week or so. So let me look and see what's going on. But I'm super, super bullish on ETH against BTC. So Nick, great idea for a chart for sure. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, so as far as ADA is concerned, this could turn into something, complex, or this could roll over and come down. Because, I mean, you've really got a three-wave shape here. Now, could this melt up and keep going and that becomes some kind of impulse wave? Yeah, absolutely it could. Sure. But it seems to me, 4-hour chart, we could do with a little move like that first and then continue up. And that would be a nice 5-wave shape if that happens. And then we got to stop and look at it and say, okay, we got 3. Are we going down after that? Is that a 3-wave correction that's ready to come down, right? So that's interesting to me as far as ADA is concerned. So my take here, let's make a wave 4 and then a wave 5. Okay, there's ADA. All right, let's look at ETH BTC quick because I like that chart. Oh yeah. Nice. So you got to watch out here, Nick, that you don't get one more hit to the low, right? Because I'm looking at this chart and I'm thinking, okay, I mean this looks very done. This looks very done, and this could be the beginning, and this could continue up a little bit. But watch out for this move, right? Before you get that move, or watch out for this move before you get that move. In other words, this could come hit the low and then go. But either way, this chart is bullish. This is a bullish chart, whether it comes up now or it pulls back and then comes up now, or hits the low and then comes up. Eventually, I think we're coming. It's going up. It's going to rise and rise hard against Bitcoin. Okay, so you're going to get a wave. It might not go quite like that, but you're going to get a wave that is it's going to start trucking. I would bet. That would be my take. I'm very, very bullish on Ethereum. Okay, that looks amazing. Amazing. All right, I already looked at USDT. Let's look at XLM. Little XLM. I don't like XLM right now. I really don't. I don't like this shape. I'm that to me XLM looks like, hey, I'm ready to go down. Okay, this looks very bearish. So I got 3 waves down. This looks very 3 waves. It doesn't look finished. I think it's got another hit to the high, but this could be coming down for 3. Okay, I think that's a real possibility here. So watch out. Watch out for that. And then XLM can fly later on. But so I'm not a big fan of that count of that wave shape. That wave shape screams bearish to me. Doesn't mean I'm right. It just means that, this kind of looks that looks decent. Maybe get some kind of boom. So we're a little bit bearish now. Come take that low, and then we go up for another wave, and then that's the final wave before we start traversing to the downside. We end up creating divergence here. There it is. Something like that would be my guess. Who asked for XLM? Any questions on XLM? Very much an ABC look. If that's telling the story, then my crypto winter is coming. Now, of course, it could keep rocking. But that's what it looks like to me. So watch out for that. Okay. What's the next one? SOL. And then CRV. SOL. Thanks, Chemo. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. 12-hour chart. What do you do with that wave? All right. Yeah, Crypto Cajun. I'll take a peek at that when I'm done with the current list. Okay. I got, it'll be the 5th one I do from this one. I'm on SOL. We got CRV, Alice, Gala, and then yours, Ethereum Classic. So, I think you got to be careful here on SOL because you have a potential flat here. And this could be a potential flat ready for another move like that. Come down, then up. That's the 12-hour chart. So that's painting a different picture if I drew that. So what if we just look at the 4-hour and say, how about the 1 hour? What if this is just this? I don't know. SOL, I don't like, this looks more like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't like it. Interesting. SOL moves differently than a little bit. Starting to get a little bearish. Three, 5 for that move right there, which could come down here, which could set us up for more upside, but we come down here first. I'm starting to get a bit bearish, guys. A bit bearish. Is that finished? I don't know. Let's let this develop for a minute. I want to see how this develops here. But there's just something to watch out for here. This could be 3, and then we come on down. Dusk USDT. Okay, I'll get that in the list, buddy. Let me look at CRV for a minute. CRV. CRV USDT. Yeah, so yeah, the big question mark here is, is what's happening? What is this wave? Is this the beginning of something like this? Okay. Or is this a 3-wave move that's getting ready to come back down like that? That's a good question. I don't have the answer to that, but this looks very 3-wave-ish, right? So yeah, this has a very, again, looking for something like this, and then maybe a hit to the high. So down and then up. That would finish the wave. This would be a wave 4. This would be a wave 5. Finish us up, and then look for a potential reversal after that. Might be what we're looking at. It's got a great look. Boom, boom, boom. Then up. I'll reset the RSI. So that's CRV. Okay. What else? Alice, USDT. Okay. 4-hour chart. Yeah, look for a spike to the high here. Alice looks like it wants to spike the high. Boom. And then watch out for something down here. So spike and then short it on the 4-hour. That's what I would guess. If it comes up and breaks that high, then maybe not. If this spikes up here, boom, 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 then short it. I'm just, either way, that's the way it's looking. If it's reversalish, then spike, pull back, continue. But I see this wave right here. See that right there? That means this is a flat, more than likely. This looks down, or just a little pop and then down. Something like this and then up, or going down to take the low. But either way, there's a short here. Then it could go up after that. I'm seeing down, could take the low and then up, or down here and then up. Those are the two options I see on the small time frame. Thanks for that info, Thoth. Appreciate it. Gator for Farage. Yeah, I'll do my best for you here in just a moment on Alice after I do Gala. Interesting chart. Super, super interesting. Yeah, I mean, this guy looks a little pumpy right now. At least once looks like it needs to kind of pop here. But that could be 3, which would give rise to another wave to the downside. See, that's 3 waves there. Boom, boom, and then down again. So this is looking 3 wave-ish for now. That looks like 3 waves. So I mean, just looking at Gala, I'm thinking down again. But I see a little fake out to the upside coming and then down. Just like Alice, same thing. Just kind of pop the high and then down. It'll look like this, that wave right there. So it's straight and then boom, pop. But that's just small time frame. That's 4 hour stuff. That could be setting up for a major, move to the upside later, right? But for now, that's kind of what I see. Now, I could be wrong, but watch and see if you get a pop and a rejection. That'd be what I'd be watching for a trade. Okay, now let's look at dusk. So Gator, you're asking me for a potentially a stop loss and a take profit. What's your entry? What's your? You got to tell me what your entry is. Are you short? Are you long? Yeah, I think Gala seems promising too, isn't it? That has something to do with gaming token, isn't it? I know you just mentioned it, but yeah, gaming world. Yeah. I think that's got some potential. I agree with that. Because dusk looks like it's down to me. I mean, this looks like it's already popped. On the 4 hour chart, you can see that it's, it might have a little bit more upside, but I see a downward wave coming. Something like that. So, Gator, I need to know what your entry. What's your entry? What direction are you trading, long or short? Because I think a wave like this seems likely. Gator, I need you, man. I need you. All right, I'm going to move on. I got to have information to give you stop loss and take profit. So it would seem to me that a wave like this is coming, and then you could get another hit to the high, potentially. Potentially. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but that's just looking at the wave structure seems boom, 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 and then another high. So that kind of looks like a flat. Okay, so that's what I would expect. Something like that. That's what I'd be watching for personally, especially with this RSI. I want to see this RSI reset on the 4 hour to the downside. Boom, boom, something like that. And then you got a 3-wave move. Then I'd be looking for more long. Once that move finished, looking for more long. Potentially, because that move also could come down and take the low. And that would be a nice 5-wave move. Boom, 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 boom. And then I'd be looking long. Thank you. 076. You went long at the top here? That's a horrible entry. That, I mean, did you FOMO in? I need to know that, because I think it's a horrible entry. I think you need to get out of that trade. I think you need to exit that trade. It could come back to you, and if it does come back to you, then you need to exit that trade. It is not a good trade. That was not a good entry. You're in a very bad position. Yeah, price may or may not come back to you. I mean, I think there's a decent chance it does come back, but there's no guarantee it's going to come back. I think there's a decent chance it comes up right up to your entry. That's right, Stephen. Not financial advice, but that is trading advice. That's a crappy entry. That's really bad. Really, really bad. Yeah. So on Dusk there's a chance it comes back. And then you get some kind of, 3-wave boom. And then I'm looking down. It doesn't mean it could go up from here, but that's what I'd be watching. I wouldn't want to be in your position. Okay. Because you longed a top. I got an impulse off the top here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got an impulse. Looking for 3 waves and then continuation. That's what that looks like to me. Now, it doesn't mean it's perfect. It doesn't mean I'm right. But if it starts coming down, what are you going to do? So your stop loss is a break of that trend line right there. So price breaks that trend line to the downside. You're not happy in that. You're definitely not wanting to be in that trade. It doesn't mean it can't come back up higher, but as far as a trader is concerned, I wouldn't want to be in that. I'd be looking for another entry. I'd be out and then letting the wave structure develop, and then I'd be looking for another entry. Okay, so a break of that is not great. Doesn't mean it can't go higher. It just means, yeah. I just hate your position. I'm sorry. I'm not picking on you here. I'm just like, you had no reason at 0.076 to be entering long. There's just no way I take a trade long at that spot. All right, I'm not picking on you. I'm just trying. If you need help learning how to trade and how to do your entries, I got a whole course, man. You can come on into the Discord. I'll help you. Love to help you. Okay, ACH. Somebody else. Who's? Oh, Ethereum Classic. Let me look at that. ETH Classic first. Oh. That is ETC, isn't it? Ethereum Classic. Not ETC? Yeah. I need to look at VET for you, Hugo. Mr. Calories. Man. I don't like Ethereum Classic. I don't like this way. So, because when I see this right here, makes me think that, which makes me think that, which the rest of the market doesn't quite look like that, but it could. It could be. That might be exactly what's happening. So that's when I see this is what I think. Now, could this be doing this and then that? Then that? Yes. Yes, it could. Does it have to go up and do that? No, it doesn't. Boom. 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 That would match what I see the market doing in general. So what if this does this, comes down here, then we go up like this and then down. And that gives you a nice three-wave shape, resets the RSI, and then we go on up from there. So that's kind of what I'm expecting, something like that. Maybe. That looks decent. So that's Ethereum Classic for you. Who asked for that? Sounds like Gator, you're behind in the. You're not in real time, so I hope that does help you. I'm not saying your trade won't go, buddy. I'm just saying that your position sucks. You're in a very bad position. Crypto Cajun. Yeah, there you go, buddy. That looks decent for now. What I drew may not happen. You could just get this, right? Either way, looking for a long again after a 3. Yeah, that looks decent for sure. Okay. What else? Oh, let's look at VET from my buddy Hugo. All right, 4-hour chart. What do we see in here? Yeah, it looks like a flat, Hugo. Steven. Boom, boom. Yeah, let's come on down. Boom. Let's finish this wave. And then go up again. One more hit. Kind of looks like 3. This goes up and takes the high out. We're gonna still look at that as a flat, and still looking down. But I don't think so. I think I'm looking short. Yeah. So I mean, just 4-hour chart. It's kind of boom, resetting the RSI, and then up again. Makes sense to me. Yeah, exactly. Reds to cool off. Yep. Yeah. Well, I like reds too. Red's going to cool off the market as well. A little red candle. All right, guys. Fun live stream tonight. I hope that helped you. Did I look at everybody? Did I look at everybody's chart? Oh, ACH. Let's take a peek at ACH, and that's the last one tonight. Oh, well, Seth wants me to look at one. I'll take a peek, Seth. Ooh, ACH. Look at that. Look at that. All right, whenever I see a straight up move like that, I look for a straight down move as well. Huh. That's interesting for sure. That looks, I mean, That looks bullish. Get some kind of corrective and then continuation. But need a correction here. Need a correction. I don't think it's ready to go up on the 4-hour yet. But that's definitely a different chart than all the others. It's definitely different. I'm not sure what to make of that. It looks bullish. It looks bullish for sure. So, boom, boom, boom. There it is right there. And then more upside. Same little wave we're looking at. All the charts are kind of pointing to that, I think. So let's have a corrective wave this week. Ready for more upside next week probably, or later on in the week. That's my analysis. That's the way I'm thinking. All right, ASM, USD, and then we're going to call it a night. Really enjoyed being with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Thanks for letting me be part of your night, and thanks for being part of mine. Yeah. Yeah, that's coming down, buddy, isn't it? That's coming down, isn't it? But is it coming up first before down? Yeah, probably. So maybe a retest. See that right there? Boom. That right there? Boom. See that right there? Boom. So yeah, let's come up, retest the high, and then let's come down again. That's what I'm thinking. So bullish again. But, you know, maybe we come down a little bit more and then up. Let's look on the 1 hour. If we get the Bitcoin dump, then I'm thinking we get. Yeah, the question. Yeah. So if this. Something like that maybe on Bitcoin. So what would that mean there? Yeah, so we kind of come down, go up, down, up, down. Something like that. Shenanigans, back up, and then down. What do you think, Seth? Like that? Something like that? Yeah. I think definitely up to retest this high, but I think it's coming down after. So what does it do first? Maybe head to the low and then go. I don't know. Not sure. All right, check out check out Kimo Sabi's channel, guys. Check out Ricky Spanish's channel, and make sure you like and subscribe for them. And thanks for being with me on Sunday Night Charts. I'm tired. It's been 2 hours of me talking, so hope you guys have a great night. Enjoyed hanging out with you. Au revoir, J-Dubs. Good night, Seth. Good to see you, buddy. Kimo, thanks for all you do. Appreciate you being part of here. Hugo, I'll see you around the Discord, buddy. See you guys. Have a good night.